Hey guys, welcome back. So this is part dos. So we left off at talking about being attentive to her needs. Sorry. And I'm just gonna add a few more things to that. Another way is, for example, suppose it's her time of the month, and if your girlfriend is the type who during her time of the month, her period, her menstrual cramp, whatever you want to call it, her rag, or some people call it a rag, whatever. Anyways, if she is the type of girl that gets like terrible menstrual cramps and just feels so grumpy and just so terrible and in crazy pain, you should, first of all, you should know that and do something nice to make her, feel better. Because during that time of the month, like for me, I feel like crap. I feel horrible. I'm in so much excruciating pain. It's not even funny. So if my boyfriend were to do something sweet and kind, like that would just make me feel so much better. Like for me, like during that time of the month, I get cravings for chocolate and onion rings and just crazy stuff. And if you remember that stuff and like, gets me those things, I feel very special. And I guess taken care of, like, oh, he cares about me. He cares that I'm in pain and he wants to do something to make me feel better. So, yeah, that's another way to be attentive to her needs. So number 6 is make her feel special. I think every girl enjoys feeling special. And how do you make your girlfriend feel special? There's so many ways. First of all, number one most easy way is make eye contact whenever you're talking to her. I know it sounds really uh, trivial, but it's so important. Like if you guys are in a public space, a public place, like let's say at the mall or at the airport, it's easy to like get distracted and look around when you're talking to your girlfriend, but if you're looking at her eye to eye, like for me, I'm like, "Oh, he's looking right at me. That makes me feel special." Um, and this goes into my next point, which is making her feel like a priority. Every girlfriend, I mean, it just goes hand in hand in making her feel special. Like, no girl wants to feel like she's second or third in your line. Obviously, your career and your family comes first too, but your girlfriend should be up there too. So, for me, if my boyfriend's in a career, let's say I'm in medicine, if he happens to be in medicine as well, and, well, I get the whole doctor schedule because that's what I'm used to, but like, if I was dating like this business guy and he's always putting work first and he's not making any time for me, I would feel like I'm not a priority. And I feel like no matter what profession you're in, there should always be a possibility to make some type of time for the person that you love. I feel like if you're really into a girl, you will find time for her because, at the end of the day, what's most important in your life? Is it your career or is it your relations that you have with people, whether it be your family or your girlfriend or whoever? So make her feel special, make her feel like a priority. Yeah, those are biggies. And next thing is always be a gentleman. Even if that's not how you were brought up, if you're not used to that, learn how to be a gentleman. It will score you so many brownie points, it's not even funny. Like always open her door when you're getting into a car. Always open like the restaurant door or building door before going into a building. Little things like that. Like if you're walking on a sidewalk together, the guy should be walking on the outside to protect the girl or whatever. It all ties into the whole romance thing. I think being a gentleman is a very romantic figure. So, yeah, be a gentleman always. Another big thing is don't start eating. Like if you guys are going to a dinner together or if let's take that back. If your girlfriend is making you dinner and she sets the food in front of you and she's still doing a little stuff like, getting things settled down in the kitchen, don't like go ahead and start eating. You should always wait for your girlfriend to start eating. Um, So little things like that, just be a gentleman always. And if you don't know how to be one, you should Google it. But yeah, I mentioned a few of the main things, opening the door, letting her walk in front of you or next to you, whatever. The last thing is sometimes we girls, we have we have these things called hissy fits where we just blow up on the smallest, most stupidest things. I don't know why we do it, but don't take it personal. Just in your mind, as a guy, you should just think, okay, she's having a hissy fit. I'm gonna let her have her hissy fit and just totally ignore what she's saying. I know it's really weird, but it's true. I don't know why we do it. Like, I know a lot of my friends do it. I do it. Like, it'll always happen like once or twice a month. There'll be something stupid, and I just go crazy about it. Like, why did you leave the toilet seat up? I'm tired of falling into the toilet. Little things like that. And obviously, it's not a big deal. It's not detrimental to the relationship. So just consider that in your head, a hissy fit, and that whatever she's saying, she doesn't really mean, like, if I say hurtful things about how you're dumb and crazy because you can't remember how to put down the toilet seat, you're a Neanderthal, whatever, just consider that a hissy fit and don't take it personally and just let her have her hissy fit, let her vent it out because it's probably something more deep and she's just taking out her anger in that way, if that makes sense. But yeah, so those are like 9 things that I listed in being the perfect boyfriend. I'm just going to recap all 9. Trust and loyalty is number 1. Number 2 is reliability, sticking to your word and your promises. Number 3 is passion and tying that into romance, how you should use romance as a way to show your romance, to show your passion towards your girlfriend. Number 4 is being a good, active listener and not offering solutions when it's not asked for. Number 5 is being attentive to her needs. Number 6, it ties in with number 5, which is making her feel special. And number 7, being a gentleman always, in all situations, no matter what. Number 8, allowing her to have her hissy fits and whatever she says during this hissy fit, don't take it personally. It's just a hissy fit. It's her venting her anger at you about something else. It could be like from work and she needs to vent that anger and so she just goes off about the toilet seat. And that's just one example. And then number 9, just making her feel like a priority. Now, I promise you, if you do all these things and she doesn't appreciate you or if she still treats you like crap, you need to get rid of her. Because the things that I listed right there, that makes you an awesome boyfriend and if she doesn't appreciate that, she's crazy in the head and you need to let her go. Um, and know that once you start doing these things, you'll notice a change in your girlfriend. Like she is going to want to do more things for you. Like like I said in my previous video, if a guy does so much for me, like I want to do twice as much for him. Um, and just keep in mind when you're doing these things, you should do it from the goodwill of your heart and not expect anything in return. But what will end up happening is that if she is the nice, giving, loving self that she is, she's going to want to, on her own accord, do the same things for you, but probably even more. So, yeah, those are my advice on being the best boyfriend ever. I hope you guys find them somewhat informative. Just keep in mind, these are just my opinions based on my experiences. You guys may not agree to some of them, whatever, I don't care. But if you guys have any type of constructive criticism, I'm definitely down in reading them. Just post them below. Or if you guys have more advice or if you guys have more questions, yeah, just type them below and I will take a look at them. Alright, guys, that was my video on how to be the best boyfriend ever. All the power to you. Bye bye.